What's going on, Chateauguay-Lacolle? Welcome to another episode of Kahnawake Television, KTV, bringing you all the information from the Mohawk Council of Kahnawake and, of course, from around the community. And there's a lot of excitement happening in the community. We'll get to that in just a little bit. But first, let's welcome to the program our old friend, Joe Delaronde, Political Press Attaché of the MCK. Welcome, Joe.
Yeah, thank you, Gene.
We figured we'll get rid of all of the political stuff first so that we can get to all the fun stuff just a little bit later.
Yeah.
Thank you. Alrighty, so let's start off with legislation. What's happened in the last little while?
Okay, well, it's been fairly quiet. There was a membership meeting a couple of weeks back. We talked about that on the last show, so there's other meetings coming up there. But the next one coming up on Tuesday the 31st, is May 31st, is tobacco back on track. There was supposed to be a meeting last week, but there was a death in the family of one of the main participants, so that was postponed. That gets underway, and there was actually a lot of movement on the tobacco file, so I get the sense that we may be able to get a long ways in this one. So if people are interested, they should get there at before 6 o'clock. And the meeting will run till 8:30 as it has been. Participation has been good the last couple of times out, with a lot of give and take, a lot of participation, very polite and energetic. So hopefully that can continue on the 31st.
Any updates on membership?
There will be another meeting coming up, and that little log jam that we've been talking about looks like there's light at the end of the tunnel. That was the definition on great-grandparents, which is really important in terms of how the law rolls itself out. And last meeting, it was very close to consensus. So hopefully the next one will have that consensus, and then the rest of it will move along a lot more smoothly, I think.
Grand Chief busy this week with a lot of meetings scheduled. I know that the MP from Chateauguay, Brenda Shanahan, and the MP from La Prairie.
Yeah, Jean-Claude Poisson.
Right on. They were both here on Wednesday, I believe.
Yes.
How did that go?
That went very well. It was more of an introductory thing. There was nothing really on the agenda. It was kind of like let's get to meet, let's talk face to face, let's see what kind of initiatives we can work on together. And actually, the MP from La Prairie requested the Confederacy flag, wanted to put it up in his office as a sign of respect that La Prairie and his office is on original Mohawk territory. So that was a nice little gesture on his part. Obviously, there's going to be a lot more to come, but this was a follow-up from the meeting with the minister. Those two MPs were both at that meeting. Didn't say very much because it was a meeting between Carolyn Bennett and Chief Norton. So. But they were there for that. This is a little follow-up. The Liberals really seem to be taking the extra step to create relationships where there just weren't any in the past.
This is like the third or fourth meeting that I can recall in the last month. Anything to update on, or what's coming up in the future?
Well, the Grand Chief, along with Chief Rhonda Kirby, they were in Quebec City meeting with the province, and there was no press release on it because it was one of those working group meetings, but there's lots in the hopper. There are just so many things that we expect to roll out very shortly. So there have been little tidbits of things that have been put out there, and for example, the potential train station, that's not finalized yet. The work on that continues. Hopefully something there soon. Also the works on the Jacques Cartier Bridge, the new
Champlain Bridge.
Yeah, sorry, the new Champlain Bridge with Mohawk content. That's being worked on. Nothing announced yet, but it's getting close. So there's lots of things there. There's a potential agreement with Hydro-Quebec to get some of the lands back that they had used for Line 1 and Line 3, I believe it was. So lots in the works, and we should be expecting lots of announcements in the next couple of weeks.
All right, thanks, Joe.